Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peplum. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. And I want to start this video by saying I am very thankful to God and humbled because I have this too. I have been telling God I need a dress form, and finally I have gotten 2 dress forms. For those of you who don't know what dress forms are, they are these. Let me use this one. They are these female body shapes or silhouettes that are used by designers to create outfits. So what I love about these ones is that they are spongy. Like you can pin stuff, you can pin fabrics onto them. Like if you watched how designers create using dress forms, you need pins. You pin the fabric onto the dress form to come up with the design you're looking for. So what I did is, I've been looking for these things. Like, it's so difficult to get them in Kenya, and they are in good condition. They are brand new. The fabric is not torn, not even to the go. So I love them. So one of them, this one, I've dressed it in a gown I had made some time back. This gown has to lay on the bodice of it, like it's fluffy and all on the whole bodice. And then let me get you guys closer. So the dress looks like that. It has this tulle ruffled up on the bodice around the neckline. It goes all around it up to the back of it. So let me turn it for you guys. The gown has one sleeve, this long sleeve that has also the ruffle detail at the end, and the sleeve actually is very fitting to an arm. This dress is size 10, so yeah. The back is also ruffled up in this puffy stiff tulle fabric in blush pink. And yeah, that's the gown. It's Pendami is the one I'm going to design with the top I'm telling you guys about, which is going to be a simple, just like I'm thinking a deep but boat neckline, a very sharp deep V-neck at the back with a zipper. And we can do the zip at the front and a straight skirt for it. So yeah, we're going to use my dress form here is a size 10. So this is what we're going to use for the dress form, for the design of the top. So what I've done, basically, when you're using dress forms, you can pin the fabric directly onto the dress form. The other option is you can tape the masking. You can tape the dress form using masking tape, like half of it, like I have done on this one. So by doing that, you have, since our top is symmetrical, meaning this half is the same as the other half, we can just draft on or just sketch on this half of like the neckline, how we want it, the arm. Do you want a strap? Do you want a thick strand? Do you want it strapless? So we'll just use the half of the dress form. So that's why I have masking. I've taped it down with masking tape, and I've done that for the front, and half of the back is also taped down. So with that taped down, we can easily come up with a design. Then we'll pull off the masking tape. It will already have the design. That will be our basic draft for the top. Like, if whatever happens on this side happens on the other side, it's a balanced equation. So that's it. I've already told you. So this is the fabric I'm going to use for the top. It's this Ankara, we call it kitenge, whatever you call it. And then for the skirt is this matching fabric also. I'm going to use this for the skirt. So I was looking for lining for this kitenge, and then I lacked it because I'm just using pieces I have in the house. So I'm just gonna work with this because there's a bright color, maybe whitish, but this is cream for the top. So that's what I'm going to work with. So let's go and do this. So our main focus today is the top. So guys, we have our masking tape on the dress form. What you're going to do here is get yourself a marker with a thick enough tip to help you sketch. So the dress form will What I've done with my dress form, it did not come with markings like to show me the middle, the waistline, the bust line. So what I did is I used a chalk and marked those places. Like you can see, if you can see clearly, I don't know if you can, there is a mark over here showing the waistline. There's a chalk mark over here showing the bust line. There's one right here showing the mid front and the center back. So we're going to start with the front. So I want this top to be sleeveless, of course, sleeveless. So the first thing we're going to mark is the shoulder. That is our shoulder point over right there. And then we go around the arm side. Or the armhole, let's just call it the arm side. Armhole, the arm side. So, from sketching our arm, over here it's not straight. After we've sketched our arm, the next thing is the side seam. The side seam that joins the front and the back. You can feel it from the dress form. My dress form has this marking. So that's where our side seam is. So I just come and our side seam. The next thing you're going to mark is the waistline, which you can see this line over here. I marked with a chalk. That is our waistline. So we're going to come directly across from this point, straight to that point. So that's our waistline. Don't worry if the lines are a bit thick, that's our waistline. So the next thing we're going to decide is on the neck. How do we want the neckline? Do we want a dipped V? Do we want a batou neckline? Do we want just, a high neckline? For the front neckline, I want a kind of deep V, but not that low. Like in a way that it won't show, like you would be comfortable to wear it anywhere. It wouldn't show your cleavage or stuff like that. So I'm thinking it would come in sort of a deep curve. Yeah, like that. So that's what I'll do for my neckline. And since this is not our center front is like very little distance from where my masking tape ends, I'm going to mark my center front. You can use a tape measure, like I can come, put the tape measure or pin it right there. And then once you've pinned it at the front, you can have it assist you right there. So that is our center front of our front bodies. But these bodies won't be nice or won't fit quite right, and we might struggle with the cutting if we don't put any dart marks. So because of the bust line, we're going to put a princess dart right over here. All the way down there. Yeah, right there. So this will be our princess dart. Yeah. So we're done with the front. Let's do the back part. So for the back part, you can see it's plain. Let's start by marking our center back line. We're going to need we'll do what we did for the front. So there we have our center back line. Sometimes you can just label it CB. To know it's your center back. Thing is, you're going to draw this, mark the back waist line all across. back always has a curve to it, like it's not a straight, you're not like a wall, you have curves. So what we do is we're going to create another princess dart, and I do try to make sure the princess darts do come almost from the same level. So our princess dart will start right there. So since this is our back, we haven't done the neckline for the back. So what you do for the neckline is you make sure you can see where the front part ends, and then you're going to trace it. I want my back to be a deep V, like this deep. That to be the joint of the back part. Yeah, like that. So it's a deep V, so you can see that will be our back neckline. So the next thing we want to do is mark the front and the back. Always make sure, so we always do this to show where the grains of the fabric how they should flow. As I've made this arrow that points up and down, you should always mark, so if you can see me, you should always mark, put this mark to show where and of course the center back is there, to show how the grains of the fabric should flow. Yeah, so you come here and mark that as the back. Remember, this is the side. This is the front, you do the same. Cut. So basically, there we have the top ready to go. So what I'm going to do with this top, I'm going to cut it simple like that, and I'm also going to have, it's going to have a back zipper, and it's also going to have a little peplum design. Have that short cut, like that flow. Yeah, so this is what we are working with. I should reduce the shoulder strap to make it look a little bit edgy. Do the same for the back. All the lines that we're not choosing, we're going to put X marks to them, like that one, this one, we're not choosing it. So basically that's our job now. So guys, the next step after we have our basic drafts is to trim off anything we don't need, the excess paper or masking tape, and then put them on fabric and cut. Working with masking tape, I have the pieces here with me. Since working with masking tape is very messy, and sometimes it can be very sticky, what I do is I put the masking tape on brown paper. So guys, it's always good to iron out your fabric when you're in case it's creased, just before you cut it, it's good to iron it out. Once ironed, you lay down your fabric on the table. On the wrong side should be on the outer side. That's why you place your patterns. Then you just cut the pieces that you need. So I always start cutting my patterns using from the front part. So the center front is always the first part. So if the center front does not have any opening, I place that on a fold, like where the fabric folds, and then I just cut it out. Notice that I'm leaving half an inch of fabric around the patterns. That is the seam allowance. That is what I work with, half an inch all around the pattern draft. So this will help you sew the pieces together and still have the fabric fit well. The next thing I'm going to cut is the lining of the top. This you just cut equally to the patterns, the fabric patterns that you've cut. Since they have the allowance, you just cut them together, then get to sewing. So sewing is the part that you really need to be careful with, because you can mess up the whole top in a minute. I like how the armhole has turned out. It's quite neat also. No bumps, no lumps. The side seam has come just in place. The whole armhole is quite nice. If ironed, it would turn out quite perfect. The neckline is also a success. I love how it's come into a V, like a scoop with a flat bottom. Also now the next part is to put on the zipper and the peplum part. So we install the peplum before we install the zip. And the peplum, I styled it in gathers. It's gathers that run all around the waistline with our curved edge down below, so making the waist look quite fancy and trendy. And the last thing is usually to install the zip. I usually put the zip at the last step of my design process. So this is it. We still have an open back. The zipper is going to be at the back. So yeah, that's the inside. This is the outside. I'm about to put this zip. So just never try this at home at all. It's wrong. It's a sin. You have to put a zipper that matches the outfit. So for this one, I would have used white, gold, or jungle green. But cut up can come together once it's ironed to look much presentable. So guys, finally with me I have the complete peplum top. As you can see, it turned out a success. I really like it. The front is a bit low as we had cut it, and it comes high at the side seam and goes low at the back. Notice how I put the invisible zipper. The zipper did not at all match the fabric. So what we did is we put an invisible zipper such that you can't really see it. The only part being seen is the head of the zipper. So that makes the top look a bit neat and quite finished up. So that's how you make your peplum top. Quite easy, quite simple, sharp deep. And the deep V doesn't go so deep such that your bra would be seen. And if your bra would be seen, you'd wear a stick-on bra. So yeah, that's our finished peplum top. I hope you guys learned something during this video. So I'm thinking every week, because I'm gonna try to do this every week I'm going to give a shout out to 2 people that have personally inspired me or have personally kept me going in this fashion journey, because fashion journeys are not easy. We face so many challenges which I think are there in each and every other field. And so today I just want to give a shout out to my family members, that is my mom, my dad, and my brother, like Kevin. Shout out to you, mom and dad, Francis, Grace, and Kevin. I love you guys so much. You've supported me through it all, and like it's starting to make sense. So thank you so much. Anyway, I hope you guys, if you're in the same journey with me, please comment down below. If you learned something on this video, also please comment down below on this video and tell me what you think. Remember to subscribe, hit subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.